Good evening from Washington, D.C., and thank you to those of you joining us from around the world for news from a Catholic perspective. I'm Lauren Ashburn. The lack of religious freedom anywhere is a threat to peace, prosperity, and stability everywhere. And with those words, the State Department kicks off its first ever ministerial meeting on religious freedom. It brings together spiritual leaders from more than 80 countries and dozens of foreign ministers from around the world. Correspondent Wyatt Goolsby was there. He's covering the event from the State Department. Good evening, Wyatt.
Good evening, Lauren. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo wants to unite people around the central issue. He says human rights and human dignity are closely linked to religious freedom, and he's joining the U.S. Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom with a clear message to the world.
Freedom of religion and the ability to live according to the dictates of your own soul is under attack in the world. This must change.
Ambassador Sam Brownback is challenging advocates. This week, he's welcoming people of all faiths, Christians, Muslims, Jews, Buddhists, to highlight religious persecution around the world. One of the key regions brought up on day one, Iraq. Johnny Moore, an evangelical advisor to President Trump, described his 2017 trip to the war-torn country.
And there was one refrain, again and again and again. Everyone we talked to, Yazidi or Christian or Mandaean, whatever it was, all across the region, everyone said the same thing. They just said they felt forgotten.
Talks today also focused on Pakistan, where Christians are treated as second-class citizens. Peter Badi's brother, Shabazz, was assassinated by extremists in 2011 in Islamabad. He was the only Catholic member of Pakistan's federal cabinet. Badi tells me his brother was killed because he stood up for the rights of religious minorities.
He has passion to bring justice, equality for our religion, all caste of creed. Everybody should be treated equal into the country.
Peter Badi says while he no longer lives in Pakistan, he's trying to advocate for the same cause his brother stood for. Blasphemy laws in the country are a particular problem. They prevent freedom of speech and could even lead to the death penalty for any negative comments against Islam. Christians are often the target. Lauren?
You will be covering this event for days to come. Who else will be speaking? What do you expect to hear?
Well, Lauren, it is shaping up to be a busy week. Tonight, Callista Gingrich, the U.S. ambassador to the Vatican, will emphasize the Catholic Church's push for religious freedom around the world. Tomorrow, we're watching USAID Administrator Martin Green, who will speak, so we're hoping to hear a little bit more about aid to Christians to the Middle East. And then finally, the big and final day will be on Thursday, when we'll hear from Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Vice President Mike Pence. Lauren?
Correspondent Wyatt Goolsby reporting from the State Department. Thank you, Wyatt.